What's up, everyone? Marcus here, and we're here with war number 4 against Damage Inc. Take number 2. I literally just recorded 15 minutes for this war video, and my mic was muted the whole time. So let's go over this again. So this first matchup, we have Blade on what node is it? It is node 7, Kinetic Transference 3, and Power Bond. Pretty standard matchup. I do a quick little boost. Let's fast forward a little bit here. Get into this matchup. Pretty straightforward. Easy fight. My first 2 fights were a lot easier than I thought. Well, Blade, pretty easy. I was a little worried for Sorcerer because I haven't fought her on this node in a long time. And I've never fought her with Warlock. But I was thinking about either going Warlock or Magik for the next one. I ended up going Warlock, and it went pretty well. We'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, this is a pretty clean war. This is I would say, overall, I feel like I played a lot better this war than last war. I did have one matchup this war that I think was harder than any of the matchups I took last war. And I got really lucky. And we'll talk about that one later, because that one could have went real bad if luck weren't on my side. But yeah, see, as I'm hitting into his block, well, he's regenning, he's draining his power. It's an easy way if you want to keep this guy's power on lock. Bait his block, go dash in, hit his block a bit, drain his power. And it's a really straightforward matchup, especially if you can evade his special 1 and even evade like the half end of his special 2. Really easy. So that's going to do it for this match. Really easy, only lasts 4%. Let's get on to the next one. Go Sorcerer Supreme. So this is something I forgot. Remember, when you're recording, always make sure your pre-fights get applied. I didn't look at the pre-fight did not get applied. Always make sure that it gets applied, and if it's not applied, go back out, go back into the fight, and the pre-fight will be there. But for some reason, when you're recording, the pre-fight won't automatically be there. It's a bug right now. Why they haven't fixed it, no clue. But yeah, so at this point, I'm like, oh, dude, she's going to go down pretty quickly. I'm not too worried. I'm going to make sure I keep this bleed up so that she's not gaining too much power. Just try to bait all special 1s. She has the regen on block, which I'm glad she does, just in case I do need to drain her power. I can just hit into her block, and she'll be draining pretty significantly. So yeah, this is another straightforward matchup. Went a lot better than I did. I'm kind of mad that I wasted a pre-fight here, but I didn't really need more pre-fights for the rest of this lane. And we'll talk about that later on too. But yeah, so far feeling pretty good about this war. Section 2, I have a Havoc, I have a Blade, and then I have a Mangog on Mini Boss Island. The Kinetic Transference and Special 2 Bias one. But that's still, the Punisher 29.9 on Path 2 is the one I'm worried about the most. So next we have Havoc. So this one I'm going to put on a Petrification Ray. So I get the Petrify, so it reduces their power gain effects by 35%. This is going to help, just because it's the nodes on this one are powerful from afar and spite, and I'm always going to be having a buff on with Warlock. Obviously my armor up, and then whenever he's far away from me, he's going to be getting the power gain, so he's going to be gaining power like crazy. But having this Petrify on him, once I get my virus up and I get a bleed on him, his power is going to be a lot more manageable to deal with. So honestly, Mr. Fantastic was clutch for this lane. I really like when I'm able to bring in a support spot for war, because pretty much Warlock and Magik can do lane 7 by themselves unless there's something really stupid there. But most of the time it works out, and this one I wanted to try out Mr. Fantastic, and he worked, man. So I'm probably going to rank him up just in case I ever need to use him. I could maybe get some more pre-fights, but yeah, at this point, gonna try to just bait out heavies, intercept my heavy, keep the bleeds up, and just make sure I'm refreshing that Petrify so that his power is a lot easier to manage. Because as you can see, he's far away from me. He's barely gaining any power. And that's what I want to see. As soon as my virus comes off, that's when I'm starting to worry. I got to make sure. I keep missing the parry. I got to remember that sometimes I can't parry this guy. I lose my petrification right here. And I get a little worried. But as long as I keep my virus up, it should be fine. Just got to make sure I bait all these specials. And we'll be good to go. So at this point, doing pretty good. My health's pretty high. Right there, I got really lucky. I was able to recover enough time so I don't take the special one to the face. It wouldn't have done much damage to me, but I just didn't want to take any extra damage that I didn't need to. And at the end of this fight, you're going to see I was very lucky that I didn't take that special one because it probably could have been the difference maker. So I think at this point, I'm going to save to my special 3, just in case I need to throw it and save myself. So right there, I eat a full combo. Now I'm starting to panic a little bit because I'm like, okay, if I make one mistake, I am dead. I can't get the parry there. Luckily, he threw out the special 2. And I'm able to attack back in, gain some ground. And at this point, he's just not playing. I got to throw the special 3. This is exactly why I saved it. And at this point, I'm feeling more comfortable and confident that I'm going to be able to get this solo after 2 huge mistakes in this fight. Just playing careless, just trying to get through it quickly. And I got to remember that just to play slow and steady rather than just try to just blitz through these fights. Especially if I want to go Deathless this season. I need to make sure that I stay on top of that. So I get him down. So this next fight is another mistake. But the mistake happens before the fight begins. Okay, there's actually 2 mistakes, that's right. Before the fight and after the fight. So I actually get the pre-fight here, which I'm glad. I have it so that he doesn't gain power. It reduces power gain effects by 35%. I was supposed to put on a Power Star 1 boost. I thought I did. I went in too quickly. And I realized as soon as this fight starts, I am not Power Star 1. So now I'm starting to worry because I just take 3 hits to the block. Luckily, I get a little intercept there. Trying to keep the intercepts up. I take a whole SP1 to the block. My goal is to try to get to special 2. He throws up his special 2. I was holding block. I was really pissed. He has a special 3. I'm hoping, I'm praying he's not going to throw it off. I get super lucky and he throws a heavy attack. And at this point, the match is pretty much over. I got him locked down. And I am happy that I kind of got lucky. And I got to save myself a Power Star 1 boost here. But man, was I sweating this matchup. I take a whole special 1 to the face, doesn't matter, because big Magic Limbo comes in to save your boy, and health's all the way back up to about, I think, 70% of the time, and then just keep him below 1 bar power. At this point, it's pretty much game over. This fight is probably the hardest fight on the lane, especially if there is a Punisher here, because Punisher is super annoying. He has so many hits on his special attacks. At this point, I'm trying to stay safe, trying to keep as much health as possible, so I don't have to use too many potions when I go to the next fight. But yeah, because this one's kinetic transference, and what's the other one? Aspect of evolution. So it does it for this fight. And then I wake up in the morning. I wasn't ready last night, so I wake up in the morning. I duel a 6-star Magik with my 3-star to kind of get it here. I put in a suppression field for this one because I want to be able to get to my special 2 before he gets to his special 2 because it's going to be unblockable. He has special 2 bias. It's aspect of evolution, kinetic transference, and increased power gain effects. Okay? So I'm trying to race to my special 2 before he gets his special 2. So I throw on a Power Star 1 boost. I make sure I have it this time, because without it, I would be in serious trouble. There's no way I get this guy soloed without it. I could probably throw an involve, and I probably still could have got this guy down. The Power Star 1 boost is probably a little bit more safer bet. In this matchup, with the suppression field, look at that. Like, a full combo, a heavy attack, and I'm pretty much at special 2. And at this point, he's locked down. Aspect of Evolution doesn't really kick in because he only got 1 bar of power. And I pretty much just try to intercept whenever he has Protect. And Magik makes these fights so easy, man. I feel like Magik against XL champions, they just play in perfectly well. They're really easy to manage. So I was super confident going into this fight. This is the last fight. And I'm just trying to make sure that I stay deathless and easy. I throw off a heavy there just to keep up my suppression field, just to make sure, just in case I lose out on my power gain for whatever reason. I want to make sure I have the suppression field just to kind of keep me in a good zone, so that if I need to race back to special 2 while I don't have power locked, I can do that. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty much just autopilot. Like I said, I did like a 300 hit duel before this with 3-star Magik, just to get my intercepting down. So I was feeling pretty comfortable. Magik's a beast. I love that I can use her in every war. Like I said, dude, I have a Magik tattoo right here. She's one of my favorite X-Men, my favorite Marvel characters. And she's an absolute monster in this game, man. Especially when it comes to Protect, because you don't even need to worry about it. You just intercept and it's gone. So yeah, we ended up winning this war. So that puts us in 2-2 for the season. We started Plat 2. We started Tier 2 this season, which they said they were Tier 4 last season to start off. So that's where we lost our first 2 wars, because there was a lot of people still getting used to it. But these past 2 wars we've been doing really well. We were like 20 less deaths than the Alliance, than Damage Inc. this war, and our battle group alone only gave up 5 deaths. So we played pretty strong. Our MVP for this war was actually our boss killer, DZ. He's a beast. He took the Apocalypse boss down with, I think, a guillotine 2099. That's our final score of the war. Was about 1,000 points difference. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for war number 4. We're 2-2. Please drop a like, a sub, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day, everybody.